Hi guys, Serge from over here. Today we're going to be talking about a set of wedding rings that we did recently for our client. Also in this example, I want to show you another approach to making custom engagement rings. The opposite of the previous Opal ring where the client knew exactly what she wanted, the design of this ring wasn't clear from the beginning. My client contacted me with a Pinterest board in his hand and with a few photos of the existing jewelry collection. He wanted to be a surprise, and because of that, didn't want to discuss each and every detail with his fiance. He points out that he has a hard time choosing the ring out of all of them and not quite sure what to do. There were over 100 rings in the list. I mentioned to him that we are not choosing the one, we are creating one, and all we need to do is to go through all of these rings and try to put ourselves in her shoes, try to understand her thought process. We were lucky that she picked a couple of the designs a few times and that they were similar to each other. That clearly indicates her preferences, but I also went very carefully through other examples she sent, trying to figure out what is that exactly she liked on each ring. Finally, I came out with a few sketches and showed them to the client. He liked all of them, so I went back to the Pinterest board and checked all of the designs one more time, trying to figure out what is that she really wants. Trying to think the way she did. It was very helpful to get some additional information about her lifestyle as well. Finally, for the main ring, we chose classic oval opal. We didn't want to risk and bought raw stone and cut it to the shape we wanted. For the side stones, we decided to use classic round shape moissanite. It was easy to choose the metal for these rings because all of the rings on the Pinterest board were 14 karat yellow gold. We also made a few design ideas of the wedding band with the stones around it, with a fewer stones just in the front, but finally stopped on the plain band that perfectly fit around the engagement ring. For a few moments, my client thought of making this ring later on, but in that case, we would have to physically have the engagement ring on hands to make it perfectly fit. So he will have to send it back to us, so we made a decision to make everything at once. I also thought that since she picked so many rings and they were different in details here and there, that she might want to swap around the wedding band later on to add one more or replace it. Maybe on a daily basis she would prefer to wear the plain one, and on Friday nights she would want to add some sparks. The ring itself gives this option. I also like the fact that when you put both of this ring together, it does look like one piece. Few technical details. From the first conversation to the ring shipped to the client, it only took 6 weeks. Keeping all this COVID situation in mind, I think we did a great job with that. In terms of durability of the ring itself, my client has a few Opal rings already and didn't need any explanation from the durability point of view. On our side, we made sure that Opal itself sat strong on the setting and not going anywhere. At the same time, with the Opal, you don't want the prongs to be on the way of the stone, especially with this flowy design, so we made it as gentle as possible. That's it for this engagement ring. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I would be happy to help you with anything I could, and see you soon.